This house is getting its power from the local power plant. A lightning strike knocked down the power lines. After a brief moment, the house's backup generator resupplied power to the house, turning the lights back on. At the power plant, they use carbon-based fuels to generate heat. This is usually a combustion reaction with some sort of fuel, such as diesel, natural gas, or a solid fuel such as coal. When this fuel is burned, it mixes with the oxygen to create carbon dioxide and other gases. The heat generated by this reaction is absorbed by the water. The water then turns into steam and generates pressure. This pressure is used to turn turbines, which creates electricity. Now you might be wondering, where does this carbon fuel come from, and where does it go when I use it? Well, carbon fuel comes from dead life forms that died millions of years ago. Their bodies decomposed, but the carbon that they had got left on the ground. Over the course of millions of years, the carbon in the ground got squished together and forms coal. It can also form other things like crude oil. Now, if you want to take it a step further, you can look to where these life forms got carbon. In this example, we'll use a tree. The tree gets its carbon from the air. It uses the sun's energy to absorb this carbon. In this way, all energy that we use actually comes from the sun, even if it's not photovoltaic or some other direct form of solar energy.
The products of a combustion reaction usually include water vapor, carbon dioxide, and heat. Water vapor and carbon dioxide are greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases are gases that trap heat in our atmosphere. An increase in the atmospheric content of these gases causes a global increase in temperatures. The more combustion reactions that happen, the more greenhouse gases are released into the atmosphere, and the more the temperature rises. Combustion reactions are not the only thing that release carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. If a life form dies and is not buried into the ocean or land, most of its carbon will be released back into the atmosphere. An argument can be made that the carbon released into the atmosphere during the combustion of wood or other plant materials would have been released into the atmosphere anyway if the carbon didn't get trapped in the ground.